in the 1860s was the only place where people actually lived in the city of Jerusalem. There might have been a few Arab homes outside the city, but for the most part, Jews lived in the old city. Until 1861, where a terrible plague hit the city and many people died. Before then, the Arab tenants would take advantage of the Jews by charging them crazy amounts of rent money. The Jews themselves who lived in the old city were very poor and just only learned Torah. And the only thing that kept them going was donations from around the world. So in 1861, after the plague, Montefiore built the first neighborhood outside Jerusalem called Mishkanot Ananim. And then later, in 1875, they made the first neighborhood called Meskeret, Israel, here in Nachlot, right behind me, as you can see. And in 1875, that same year, Montefiore who was a very wealthy British Jew, made a community for Ashkenazim. And then later, that same year, there's also a Sephardi community called Oel Moshe that was also built. Now, if you look at Nachlot today, you can see that the original plans of the neighborhood are several different neighborhoods that are courtyard neighborhoods, as in a building with a courtyard inside. This was like that for several years, and it is still like that in its original way of architecture today. In 1902, the Syrian community moved in here, and then in 1925, the Yemenite community moved in here as well. Today, Nachalot is a flourishing neighborhood that still, just as in its past, accepts many immigrants that live here today. Several immigrants who today are no longer from Arab countries, but are now from English-speaking countries, and it has become a haven for the English speaker. This is beautiful Nachalot today, and this is where several young professionals live.